Hi, this is Sami from Kreator, and you would be watching Jump Metal right now.
Welcome to Destroyer. We will not to strike. Totalitarian terror. Feeding the oppressor. Resistance must rise when freedom must die.
This is Tony Rackman, back in Toronto for Jump Metal. Doing an interview here with Sami from Kreator. It's great to see you, Sami. Welcome back to Toronto.
Nice to meet you. It's great to be back in Toronto. It's been 2 or 3 years since for the last time here.
And I remember you guys came through with Overkill a few years ago. I was there for that.
Oh yeah, that's true. So it's
So first of all, I just saw you guys have been on tour, the Decibel Magazine tour with Obituary, Horrendous, and Midnight. So how's the tour been going so far?
It's been going great. I mean, we came on this tour almost directly from a European tour, so it's more or less the whole year on the road. But what the hell, it's been nice. Good bands on the road, and I can't complain. Really nice shows. And, 5 more left, and it's nice.
Great. It's good. It's coming to a close. You guys are getting, because I know it's a lot of work and it can be a little taxing.
I don't mind the playing. I love playing the guitar. The music part is great. Sometimes the traveling gets on your nerves, but that's completely understandable. It would be for anyone.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. So you guys are on tour now for the new album, and I heard that you guys on your new album, you guys got #1 in Germany. Which congratulations on getting #1 in Germany. That's a big feat.
Yeah, thanks. The first time ever.
Yeah, that's good. So it was. So why don't you continue? Continue. How have the new fans been reacting to the new material from the new album? Have they been enjoying it?
Well, I mean, we play like 6 songs of the new album every night, and I honestly even wanted to do more. But sometimes you also got some people expect to hear the older shit as well, which is fine.
Yeah.
And we dug up some songs that we have never played with this lineup.
That's
some older stuff too, to keep it fresh for us as well. But yeah, the crowd response has been really good. I mean. The 6 songs that we're doing, it's part of the set.
Great, awesome. Yeah. So, for Gods of Violence, a great album. I listened to it. I've been listening to it the whole way through, and it's a fantastic album.
Well, thank you very much.
Great follow-up to Phantom Antichrist. So, is there any sort of relation or continue? Does it continue from Phantom Antichrist, or?
It does in a way, because we use the same producer. And Jens Bogren is his name, and the same studio back in Örebro in Stockholm, Sweden. And now that we worked with him for the second time, it was also a little bit easier maybe, because once you get to know each other better, you cease to be polite with one another, and you state your own opinions more directly, and it's not like Phil Spector.
For sure, you get a little chemistry going. You get used to the little nuances of what people like to do when they work together.
Yeah,
that's understandable.
Like know things in advance more. That's a good thing about working the second time with the same producer, and the sound is somehow similar also, of course, because it's his studio and his sound and the same guys are playing. So, but this time we put a lot of effort into the songwriting, and it was a long process, and it took a long time. We really wanted to be sure that the songs are the right ones.
Yeah, it's a great album. I happened to notice that when I listened to it, it had a little bit more of a, dare I say, a little melodic element to it, particularly with your guitar playing and your leads, maybe compared to the last one. Did you feel that yourself when you're writing it, or just kind of went with the groove, I guess?
I guess I kind of went with the groove. You don't think about stuff like that. The only thing you worry about when you're studio with a band that has been working for such a long time is to be worrying about not repeating yourself.
For sure, yeah. Songwriting is the key. You don't want
for that it is.
Yeah. So I mean, so the North American tour has been going great, from what you've told me. As somebody from Canada and say the U.S., the thrash metal scene to me seems stronger than ever than it's been in North America. Would you agree with that statement, or?
Well, I guess it's kind of the second wave then, or the third. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Difficult for me to analyze. I mean, the only thing I know that the clubs that we did on this tour are a little bit better than they were the last time.
Yeah.
And people are showing up. I would take this opportunity to thank everyone who did.
Great. No, I mean, maybe would you say the internet in a particular role has contributed to the, say, notoriety of Kreator in the music scene, or?
Well, I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing for everyone, of course. But maybe it has. Maybe it has. Of course, it's easier these days to get your music heard, even for a new band. But then again, the quantity of music is getting bigger and bigger, so that's why it's somehow also
There's the good and the bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've been in Kreator now since 2001.
Exactly.
You've been a core part of the band now for a long time. What do you attribute to, say, how you get along with Mila and Ventor? Like, is there any sort of, you get along with those guys? What is it that has kept you guys together for so long?
Well, maybe one secret is that I live in a different country.
Well, I can see how that helps.
No, of course we get along. I mean, 17 years and we tour a lot. You have to get along, and we do. Everybody knows each other very well. You get to know each other when you get to work, if you want to or not. But of course, there are breaks in between. And like next May we have 3 weeks off, and then we start up again with the festivals. And then in September there's an Asian tour coming up.
Wow, Asian tour. So after the North American tour with Obituary, Horrendous at Midnight, what do you guys have coming up next for your touring?
Well, they're being booked as we speak. More shows in South America and Japan, and so I shouldn't maybe talk about them too much because everything's not 100%.
Yeah, fair enough.
But all kinds of good offers are coming in, and we want to do as much as we can. You know, whatever makes sense for us.
Great. Okay, so Sammy, tell me, what do you have on your playlist now? Saying when you're not touring, you're relaxing. What are you listening to? Could be anything. Metal. What do you have on your source of music? Your playlist. What are you listening to?
You know, on tour I don't really listen to music that much. Basically not at all. But of course sometimes. I mean, I checked out the new Opeth, which I like very much.
New Opeth, okay. Great.
And then there's, as you see, some CDs are still here wrapped in plastic.
And what do we have here?
I haven't listened to them yet. So there's the new Warbringer. I want to check it out. And the other one too, you know, but it's still wrapped. I don't listen to that much music on tour. Sometimes I do. Yeah. If it is maybe something more relaxed.
Something a little toned down from thrash metal.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I am a metalhead, but on tour it's sometimes too much.
So when it comes to metal lately, you know, where there's so much variety now with metal music.
Yeah.
What would you say now, going into the future with Kreator being around for 32 years, who are some band names or artists that you think of that kind of represent the next level of metal, like the future of heavy metal music?
That's a very difficult question, and there's new young bands coming all the time who come up with new stuff. Of course, I'm still waiting for something that will totally blow the bank, and I hope that will happen soon. I mean, in a way, if you think of a negative side of it, is that some bands like get too stagnant and so on.
Yeah.
We really want to try and progress and broaden our sound with every album that we do, and we do
diversify a little bit.
Diversify a little bit and do the best that you can. But yeah, like we were talking earlier, the quantity of music,
so much out there.
And there's so much quality stuff also out there that most of the people never even get to hear. There's so much. I mean, you just gotta find it for yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, if I could speak from experience in Canada, we don't get a whole lot of metal play on the radio or on mainstream media, anything like that. But one band that's taken off recently is Ghost. Now has radio hits in Canada. Band from Sweden, and I remember when they were underground, and now they've reached a mainstream audience, and I think that's a good sign of what's to come in North America for metal music. I mean, you know,
Grammy Award-winning band.
Hey, yeah. So there you go. You know, that's an indicator of their success. So yeah.
It is. Meliora was great.
Meliora, yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
I like the older ones too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I remember them from way back when. So, when it comes to touring, what do you do to keep yourself, say, you know, I guess sane on the road? What is it that you do to keep yourself enjoying what you do, basically?
That changes every day. I mean, of course, meeting new people helps. Meeting old friends is also good. You know, touring is also a way to keep in touch with your old friends. And like I told you today,
Yeah.
there was this guy, George, this old Greek, older gentleman who invited me for a game of chess. Right here, next to the venue. And why not?
Yeah,
Why
and
not?
hey, you know, and it's little things like that that really, I guess, help you stay connected with the world around you when you're living on a bus going from city to city.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
It was a nice surprise in Toronto.
That's good. That's great.
I'm looking up when I'm next time here. Yeah, right.
Well, it's good to hear you're enjoying yourself. So, great. Good to hear. Okay, Sami. Well, it's been great talking to you. Good luck on the rest of your tour. Go Leafs, go. You know, and best of luck to you and Kreator in the future. This is Tony Rackman for Jump Metal, signing out with Sami here in Toronto. Thanks a lot, Sami. Good to see
Thank
you.
you very much.
Welcome back.